Hey everyone, this is Oz Tool Talk. I'm Dwayne, this is Mike.
Hey guys.
Today we're going to talk about the brand new Makita brushless heavy duty hammer drill.
DHP 481 we've got. We've just had a really cool session.
Yep.
Dwayne's got sore wrist, sore elbow, I've got smashed knuckles. We've had some fun. The DHP 481, great little drill.
Yep.
It's got some serious torque. They make claims of 125 newton meters. It's the latest on the Australian market. It is a cracking tool.
Yes.
It's quite short. It's got the metal chuck. It's got everything we want.
Yep.
Except when we pulled in the big Bertha that Dwayne's got here.
Yep.
Tell us what happened. Well, I know what happened.
So this is the DeWalt DCD 985, been around for a while now.
Yep.
And we tested it up against the Makita to see if Makita's 125, because they're claiming about 50% more torque than anything else in the market.
Yeah.
DeWalt,
Yep.
Milwaukee, any of the other guys.
Yep.
They've given you a side handle. It's going to deadly as double as a sword if you want it. But to be honest, it's no better than its competitors.
Yeah. Yep.
What we found
in
was
a real test, didn't you?
Yeah, in a real test.
Yep.
It's got 2100 RPM, which is nice.
Yep.
With a big 16mm auger bit
Yep.
into hardwood, it did just beat out my DeWalt.
Yep.
But what else did we do?
We ran a heap of coach bolts. There's a few snapped ones here. So we were going into red gum, so old seasoned red gum. So it was a hard test, but if they're claiming what they are on their packaging,
Yep.
we wanted to give it a hard test. So first gear, we snapped some heads off of some coach bolts, some other ones. It just kept checking out. So the electronic protection in it is doing its job, because this tool, we literally tested this 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
This tool has got a small amount of heat to it. The DeWalt is actually considerably warm, but the electronic cutout, it kicked in quite early.
It did, yeah. So we tried to put in 3 and back out of these thick, are they 10 or 8mm?
Maybe 10.
10mm coach bolts.
Yep.
And what we found was that the DeWalt sank at least 2 of them, nearly 3, all the way down
Yep.
to the washer, and it did it quickly, in like 14 point something seconds.
Yep.
Whereas the Makita, they were all sitting about 10mm proud still,
Yep.
and it took 28 seconds to get there.
Yeah, it cut out with the electronic protection, as you know, probably 6 or 7 times. So that's the time difference. I don't think the actual speed we found with the auger, the speed isn't that much different. So the DeWalt, if anything, labours a little more, but the electronic protection, it does its job, but I'm not sure, honestly, how they find the 125 newton meters of torque, because it cut out so quick.
Yeah.
So yes, it's doing its job, but it doesn't even go close to what they're saying of 50%, not 40%, not 30% more.
No.
Really strange. We got this out of the box and we're both pretty pumped, so that's why we jumped into the session, charged the batteries up. Comes with 5 amp hour standard in Australia now, the DHP 481. So it's good. The handle, and that scares you alone. To get a handle like that on an 18 volt cord, I looked at it like, this thing's going to be a beast.
Yeah.
We did end up putting it on. Feel a little bit soft in doing that, to be honest, but we nearly did our wrists on it a couple of times.
Yeah.
And at that point, the electronic protection kicked in. So possibly doing the right job, but that's fine. And this is a good drill.
Yep.
It's certainly better
Yep.
than my 481 that I've got, the old one.
Yep.
But against the old DeWalt, which, you know, people go, oh, it's a heavy drill and blah blah blah. That thing stacks up really well. What was the weight difference? I've forgotten.
This was 30 grams heavier than the DeWalt.
Yeah, so tool only.
So yeah, in tool only. So those who like to rag on the DeWalt for being so heavy, you can actually change to this now as your favourite drill to rag on for weight.
This is the new boat anchor.
Mind you, it's significantly shorter, maybe 50mm. So it's probably actually going to end up feeling lighter in the hand, because it's not going to be so
it's
front heavy.
You really notice it with the DeWalt. If we pull the DeWalt back across,
yeah.
Hopefully you can see it on camera. When you're standing here and you're sort of lining them up, they're considerably shorter, guys. So it feels great. It's more your weight's going straight down through the wrist versus this hanging over. But this has got some real guts, and it's 3-speed.
Yeah.
This is back to your obviously standard 2-speed. So really like it, but I'm not sure that it matches up.
No, and this is comparing the older DeWalt, the brushed version.
Yep.
So DeWalt have a brushless version.
Yep.
And Milwaukee also have their Fuel, which are both more in the same lengths.
Yeah.
And so as far as I'm concerned, this Makita has brought it into line with its competitors. It's going to be very competitive, I think, with the Fuel and with the brushless DeWalt.
Yep.
It's got 5 amp hour batteries, so it should go all day long.
Yeah.
mind you, we did actually.
Yes.
We probably overheated the battery.
Yeah, when the electronic protection kicked out after those coach screws, we kept trying to go, and the trigger would shut off. So took the battery off, put it back on, reset, wouldn't go, put it on charge, took another battery off the charger, put it on, right as rain. So,
Yep.
like we're saying, it's doing its job because these batteries aren't cheap. We know that.
Yep.
The tools aren't cheap. We know that.
Yep.
We feel that the electronic protection has kicked in way before even close to the claims that they're making. So,
Yep.
and no one can really rag on us for saying, "Oh, we haven't compared it to the latest and the greatest." We didn't have to.
No.
You know, I mean, if this whooped the old DeWalt, you'd have reason to go, "Oh, hang on," but it didn't even come close to the old one. So, still a really nice drill, but I don't know if I'd pay around the $600 for the twin kit that they're asking.
Yep.
$650, I think it is on average at the moment in Australia. When you can go the old 581, and it's still a tough drill. So
Yeah. Or the 458.
really good, but they seem to have missed. I honestly don't know how they managed to get 125 newtons. Promises a lot. It looks great.
Yeah.
So
We like the drill. It's just not the groundbreaker that the advertising would have you think.
Yep.
To summarise the results, with the big auger bit,
Yep.
it was great and it beat the DeWalt ever so slightly.
Yep.
With the coach bolts, the electronic protection was just too aggressive,
Yep.
and it couldn't keep up with the DeWalt. So we like it, but 125 newton meters.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. I'm a big fan of Makita. As you'll know if you've watched a few of our videos, I had big expectations of this. Dwayne and I chatted earlier. We had a little bit of a meltdown, or I had a bit of a meltdown during the week. We were testing away. Now the LX PH05, the little compact, I wanted to upgrade from a black anniversary. The little compact in the Makita. Shout out to TIA, you've killed all my dreams of what Makita is. You guys really gave this a hammer in, and Dwayne told me about it. I had a look at it. I didn't believe you guys. We smoked this thing. I actually got smoke signals out of the thing, which is not a good thing. I think we did abuse it. I did abuse it. It was about 8 cutouts in a row.
Yeah.
But we literally had smoke signals coming out. The chuck's wobbly. The thing feels tacky. So, of all people, I don't want to pick on Makita for the drills, but they've missed the mark at the moment on compact.
Yeah.
Compact is the market, and it's a shame because this one here, we're now sort of going, great, this is going to be it. They've come out with a new D series, let's bring it. Great, it's got the metal chuck, but it just misses on what they're claiming. And this, don't worry about a bone anchor because it is nice and light, but to be honest, it's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
And it's not worth the $120 something I paid for it.
Yeah.
So I don't have a compact drill now, which the compact's the market. So little compact, no good. Makita can have it.
And they've got about 5 of them, but we just don't have any evidence of there being a good
and that's
one.
their brushless units. That's their brushless. They're saying, hey, we're into it. We've got new models coming out. Just doesn't hack it. So
Anyway, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
We've really enjoyed it. Our wrists are screaming, but
we're going to get some cold ice packs.
yeah, that's right. But thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Check us out on Twitter, on Facebook, or on what's it on called?
Tumblr. We're on everything.
We'll write up a review. And tell us your comments. Tell us what you think. Are you happy? Are you disappointed?
Yeah.
And
we'd love to know what some other people's reviews are. Sorry,
right.
because it's great for us to test it,
Yep.
but we want to know what you think. So throw it at us. No dramas.
Fantastic. Thank you, everyone.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See you later.